Welcome to The Crown and the Commons, a journey into the historical relationship between the monarch and the common people. Throughout history, society has been structured by a fundamental divide, the power of the king and the livelihoods of the village people. We set the scene in eras where the monarch's word was law, and the majority of life revolved around agriculture and small, secluded villages. This relationship, while often unequal, was fundamentally interdependent. The king required the villages for resources, and the villages relied on the king for protection and order. Let's first explore the king's domain, a world of majestic castles, grand courts, and concentrated power. The monarch's role transcended mere leadership. They were the supreme judge, military commander, and often believed to be divinely ordained rulers, carrying immense power and, theoretically, great responsibility to their people. Life in the royal court and the capital city was defined by intrigue, ceremony, and access to luxury, far removed from the dirt and toil of the countryside. Now we turn our attention to the commons, the countless villages that formed the backbone of the kingdom. Daily routines were dictated by the seasons: farming, harvesting, and communal labor. These communities were tight-knit, relying on collective effort for survival. Even within the villages, there was a hierarchy: local mayors or elders, the parish priest, and the common laborers, all operating under the distant shadow of the king. The relationship was formalized through obligations, most notably in the form of taxes and duties owed to the crown. Under feudal systems, peasants were tied to the land and obligated to provide the king with a share of their harvest, military service through conscription, or specific labor duties. Royal decrees, whether related to war, law, or succession, had immediate and often dramatic impacts on peasant life, influencing everything from taxation rates to mandatory military service. The historical record is marked by both conflict and necessary cooperation between the ruler and the ruled. When obligations became too burdensome, history records numerous instances of peasant uprisings and resistance, challenging the authority of the crown, sometimes successfully, sometimes tragically. Ultimately, the crown relied entirely on the common people for stability, resources, and military strength. Without the commons, the crown could not stand. Though systems of governance have changed, the legacy of the continues to echo in modern society. From taxation policies to the dynamics between government and citizenry, the tension between centralized power and the needs of the masses remains a defining feature of the human experience. The enduring story of the Crown and the Commons reminds us that power and prosperity are always built on the foundation of the people.